محمد عرف الصواب وفي أبياتهم نزل الكتاب.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله مالك الملك مجري الفلك مسخر الرياح فالق الإصباح. أحسنت. ديان الدين يا رب العالمين. الحمد لله على حلمه بعد علمه والحمد لله على عفوه بعد قدرته والحمد لله على طول أناته في غضبه وهو قادر على ما يريد. ثم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا آية الله العظمى أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على محمد. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We find in this world that there are a lot of people and unbelievers that do acts of kindness, and they are rewarded in this world. And we find some people who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they are faithful people, yet they do not have what those non-believers have. And this has always been a question, as in, why do the non-believers get to live a lavish life, a luxurious life, a happy life in this world, and the faithful people and the faithful mu'mineen in this world live a harsh life, a hard life, suffering from all sorts of wars, all sorts of sicknesses and beyond. And this is what a lot of people that have doubt in this matter, they tend to leave religion, and they say, since that person that drinks and that does haram and accumulates sin, they're living a happy life, and I'm not doing anything that is haram, I'm not sinning, I'm not doing things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not accept, and yet my life is hard. And in this matter, we always look at people with great power. Usually they have acts of kindness in this world. They're non-believers. For example, you have a person like Warren Buffett, who has a very huge company, an investment company, and under his hand he controls billions of dollars, other than his own personal wealth. Yet you see, he is an unbeliever, but he's rich. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed his life in so many ways. He eats the most unhealthiest food, yet he's barely sick. And he's very old. He's a very old man. And we see that he gives $60 billion from his own money for the charity organization. And his son, 2 sons and his daughter work in this charity organization. This is why people like Warren and Buffett live a lavish life in this world. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards them here before He rewards them where? In the hereafter. He only gets rewarded in this world. You look at people like Oprah Winfrey, for example. She done good acts, she done kind acts to people, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave her her reward in this world. If she had been a mu'min, a believer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not reward her here. The reward a mu'min gets in this world is al-qana'ah. And this is in the narrations of Ahlul Bayt sallallahu salamu alayhim. We will start reading the narrations after explaining the examples and what we would like to talk about. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So the narrator says he has heard Imam Abu Abdullah alayhi salam يقول لا يضر مع الإيمان عمل ولا ينفع مع الكفر عمل ألا ترى أنه قال وما منعهم أن تقبل منهم نفقاتهم إلا أنهم كفروا بالله وبرسوله وماتوا وهم كافرون. So he hears the Imam saying that there is nothing that will affect your deed as long as you have faith. And what is faith? When we talk about faith, it's the faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His messengers, and in wilayat Ali ibn Abi Talib. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala. These 3 things that we need to have faith in, a mu'min has faith in, is what makes a person from a non-believer into a faithful man. If you don't have wilayah, if you don't believe in Amir al-Mu'mineen, you are like the rest of the non-believers. So then the Imam says, وَلَا يَنْفَعُ مَعَ الْكُفْرِ عَمَلٍ. There is no deed that has any acceptance if you are a non-believer. And then the Imam reads this verse, وَمَا مَنَعَهُمْ أَن تُقْبَلَ مِنْهُمْ نَفَقَاتُهُمْ إِلَّا أَنَّهُمْ كَفَرُوا. What rejected their good deeds was that they were non-believers. When they gave money to the poor, they gave alms, they done good acts, righteous deeds, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not accept it from them because they were non-believers. إِلَّا أَنَّهُمْ كَفَرُوا بِاللَّهِ وَبِرَسُولِهِ وَمَاتُوا وَهُمْ كَافِرُونَ. And they died as kuffar. Because if they had died as mu'mineen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would reward them for the good acts they did. But they died as kuffar. Another narration. الصدقة جنة عظيمة من النار للمؤمن ووقاية للكافر من أن يتلف ماله تعجل له الخلف ودفع عنه البلايا وما له في الآخرة من نصيب. The Imam is saying that when someone gives to the poor, when someone gives alms to the poor, this is a great protection. Junna azima min al-nar. Protection from the hellfire. For who? Lil-mu'min, for the believer. وَوِقَايَةٌ لِلْكَافِرِ. It protects the non-believers, his money. It protects his wealth. And he doesn't see any calamities. وَدُفِعَ عَنْهُ الْبَلَايَا. He doesn't see any calamities in his life, in this world. But in the hereafter, وَمَا لَهُمْ مِن نَصِيبٍ. They don't get to get anything in the hereafter. Where it really matters, they don't get anything. Because they were non-believers, they go to hell. There's a story, inshallah, tomorrow I will mention, because I don't have time today and I have a lot of verses to read and narrations. The story of Hatim al-Ta'i. Inshallah, I will take out the actual narration and read it to you. It's very nice, and it explains that even some kuffar and non-believers, they do not get burnt in the hellfire. They are in the hellfire, but they don't get burnt. And they eat from heaven. Anyway, let's move on. Surah Al-Baqarah, second surah in the Quran, ayah 126. وَإِذْ قَالَ أعوذ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ رَبِّ اجْعَلْ هَذَا بَلَدًا آمِنًا وَارْزُقْ أَهْلَهُ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ مَنْ آمَنَ مِنْهُمْ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ قَالَ وَمَنْ كَفَرَ فَأُمَتِّعُهُ قَلِيلًا ثم أضطره إلى عذاب النار وبئس المصير. So Ibrahim ala nabina wa alayhi afdal salati wassalam, he prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that make this country a safe country, make this city a safe city, and give them, bless them with fruitful trees, with fruitful, even from any sort of blessings you give them, Ya Allah, make it fruitful for them. Only the believers, من آمن منهم بالله, just the believers, واليوم الآخر, and the hereafter. قال ومن كفار, and the ones that they don't believe, the non-believers, yes, I will let them enjoy this worldly matters, and I will give them in this world. But in the hereafter, I will force them into punishment. Sometimes we see some people who are very rich and they have a lot of things in this world. They earn a lot of things in this world, but yet they're non-believers. Don't get tricked by that. Don't think that they're doing something good in this world and that's why they have. No. قُلْ مَتَاعُ الدُّنْيَا قَلِيلٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving. When we explained that this world is nothing compared to the hereafter, He's basically giving them nothing. Compared to the hereafter, He's giving them nothing. So don't be fooled by what they have. And don't feel pain or sorrow from what they have. Because what you have in the hereafter as a faithful man, as a faithful mu'min, is far greater than what he has in this world. And what he earns in this world. Surah An-Nisa, the fourth surah in the Quran, ayah 124. وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِنَ الصَّالِحَاتِ مِنْ ذَكَرٍ أَوْ أُنْثَى وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ. This condition that he has to be faithful. فَأُولَٰئِكَ يَدْخُلُونَ الْجَنَّةَ وَلَا يُظْلَمُونَ نَقِيرًا. Whoever does good deeds and righteous acts in this world, and he's a faithful person, they will get to go to heaven and they will not even be oppressed, not even as much as a naqir. Naqir is the dust, at the tip of the date, a speck of dust on the tip of the date. That's the naqira. That's what naqira is. Not even that much they will be oppressed in the next world. Surah An-Nahl, ayah 97, it says, verse 97, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. That whoever does good and righteous acts in this world, either him be it a man or a woman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if in this condition, that he is a pious man, a mu'min, someone who believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a believer, we will let him live. فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. We will let him live a happy life, a successful life, a peaceful life. وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْرَهُمْ بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. And we will reward them more than what they earned, more than what they deserve. That's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deals with us as believers. It's an excellent deal to make with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the deal you make with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one of the best deals you can ever make. And every situation, every sin that you see in front of you, that you are about to commit, think that this dealing is with Iblis. If I leave it, I'm dealing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're between two deals, either dealing with Iblis, la'natullah alayh, either dealing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's much worth dealing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Iblis will laugh at you when you are in hell burning. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala feels sorry for you when you enter hell, although he is punishing you for your deeds. Now the person asks the Imam, Amir al-Mu'mineen sallallahu wa salamu alayhi, عن قوله تعالى, سأل سائل الإمام علي عليه الصلاة والسلام عن قوله تعالى فلنحيينه حياة طيبة. What does this mean? That we will allow him to live a happy life, a peaceful life. What does this mean, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen? Amir al-Mu'mineen says it is قال هي القناعة. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Some people never feel content. No matter what they get in this world, they just don't feel content. They don't feel fulfillment. If you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you are a believer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you this. It's called qana'ah. You are content with what you have. And when you are content with what you have, you are the richest man on this planet. Believe me. You are even richer than the people that have billions in their accounts, because they don't have that feel of contentment. They're not happy. They're not satisfied with what they have. They always feel like something is missing in this world, and they need to strive more and work more in order to get that thing that they want. But you don't want anything in this world. You have that peace. I don't want anything from this world. I don't need anything from this world. I just take what I need for where I need it for, and that's it. That's enough. I'm content with what I have. Inshallah, we will continue the rest of the narrations and the rest of the verses that prove to us that being a believer is much more fruitful and much better for this world and the hereafter. وصلى اللهم على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.